So before we're gonna so George Lucas had decided to call out Disney for, ruining and killing his own franchise and also defending the fans as well in a way. But before we get started, if you like the content, maybe considering subscribing or liking at least, maybe leave a comment if you in what I might have gotten wrong or if you just hate me, do that too, I guess. Okay, anyway, we're going to watch this video from Asmongold Clips. So, shout out to the Clips channel and the editor as well. So, we're going to take a look and then talk about it. So,
Lucas rejects critics who think his films are all white men or sexist.
What's this?
They would say, well, it's all white men. Most of the people are aliens. And the idea is that you're supposed to accept people for what they are, even if they're big and furry, or whether they've got they're green and whatever. The idea is all the people are equal. As they said, there's no women in the movies. Who do you think the heroes are in those films? What do you think Princess Leia was? She is the head of the rebellion. She's the one that's taking this young kid that doesn't know anything and trying to save the rebellion. She's the hero of the movie. When I sold the company, I just sort of said, I had a baby girl, I got married, I had a different life, because I knew it would take me another 10 years to make those films. And I was 69, and I said, I'm not gonna be doing this when I'm 79. It's time to let go and let somebody else do it. Then they started other ones when I sold the company, and a lot of those ideas that were in there sort of got lost. But that's the way it is. If you give it up, you give it up.
So if you look at the richest directors, George Lucas, as you can see here, if you look at this number, this is $10 billion, and Steven Spielberg, $8 billion. That's a lot of money. It definitely is. But George Lucas, $10 billion. He's the guy, man.
okay, so thing the thing to take away from this is that the thought that he was going to come back at all was quite frankly a folly idea. And I mean, he's old. He sold the company. He sold it. You heard it. He clearly was not going to make it. I mean, he's a creative director. And the whole part about women, not many people know this, but it's his wife is the reason that it's successful in the first place. George Lucas's wife is the main reason that Star Wars is what it was, and reason it's even relevant in any capacity at all. But they don't talk about that because that defeats their whole purpose. Their whole point is that, all the fans, they just hate women. They're racist. Yada yada. It's all dumb speak, basically. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. I mean, because Rey was a dumb written character. She was dumb. I mean, let's look at the characters that people claim racism on or sexist on. Rey, poorly written Mary Sue character. Rose Tico, poorly written, and Kelly Marie Tran and they made her not as attractive as she actually is in real life. She's attractive. Even in real life, they made the character not as she should be. Moses Ingram. You made her the main character in the Obi-Wan show. Of course, she was gonna get hate, and she was a DEI hire. That's the truth. Not saying she should have been sent that if that's even was true. I mean, I saw more hate from Kelly Marie Tran than I did for Rose Ingram. So, people were saying she can't act, which she obviously can, but that was beside the point. The point is that people thinking George Lucas was going to come back, change Star Wars, make it what it used to be. It was never going to happen. I mean, look, he's too old. He doesn't care. I mean, That's the whole reason he sold it, because he was getting too old already. So the whole point that he was ever gonna come back, as sad as it is, it was never gonna happen. Maybe he's there and behind the scenes, but he's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna take control from Kathleen Kennedy, nuke the place, which is also explains that they lost their way, which includes some people's favorite in their minds, the only hope left that they have for George Lucas, Dave Filoni. I mean, some of this stuff is good, sure, but the only reason people have hope from him, his animation is probably they should have stuck with animation. His animation is fine, he's good. The only reason people hold out hope and thought he was the only thing left is because he's the only thing that represents George. So of course people are gonna have hope on him, but unfortunately, it does not seem to be that way, since there's a picture of him with Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant Leslie Headland. Speaking of Acolyte, oh boy, that's gonna be fun. So I will talk to you later. This is just a quick little video of just saying George Lucas defending the fans, or defending people that are calling all the fans white people only, hate women, any other bullcrap that they said. This is just George Lucas just saying his piece and saying Disney wrecked my franchise to the point it's dead. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, no one really talks about Star Wars except in a negative light. Disney murdered it. I mean, it was a business practice, but they also did murder it by multiple other reasons. So I will talk to you guys till later. Star Wars is dead. They can go kick rocks, and see you later.